In the complex web of human relationships, the quest for self-worth is a universal struggle. We often find ourselves looking outward, seeking validation, love, and approval from others to feel valued. But what if the key to fulfilling relationships lies not in what we receive from others, but in how we perceive and respect ourselves? This is where the principles of Stoicism come into play. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy rooted in self-mastery, emotional balance, and personal virtue, can provide profound insights into how we cultivate self-worth and navigate the world of relationships. Do you often find yourself seeking approval from others to feel good about who you are? Or perhaps you feel unappreciated or overlooked in relationships? What if you could shift your focus inward and transform how you view yourself, creating a foundation for healthier, more fulfilling relationships? This video will explore the core Stoic principles that guide us toward greater self-worth and emotional independence, particularly in the context of our personal relationships. Are you ready to understand how to build your self-worth from within and stop depending on others for validation? Let's explore how Stoicism can help you create a life of intentionality, emotional balance, and mutual respect in your relationships. 1. Understanding and respecting your own value. At the heart of the Stoic philosophy is the idea that true self-worth comes from within, not from external approval, but in a world where our value is often measured by external factors, appearance, status, or how much others like us. How can we begin to develop an authentic sense of self-respect? The answer lies in how we view and treat ourselves. For the Stoic, understanding your own value is a foundational step in building self-worth. This means accepting yourself as you are, with all your flaws, strengths, and potential. When you respect yourself, you naturally attract respect from others. This is not about being arrogant or self-centered. It's about recognizing your intrinsic worth and setting the standard for how you should be treated. When you don't seek validation from others, you empower yourself to make decisions based on your own values, not based on how others perceive you. This sense of self-respect sets the tone for how others will treat you. When you value yourself, others are more likely to respect and prioritize you. But if you allow yourself to be treated poorly or make compromises to fit others' expectations, you inadvertently signal that you don't value your own worth. To create healthy, respectful relationships, it's essential to start by honoring your own value first. The Stoic practice of self-reliance and independence, one of the most powerful lessons from Stoicism, is the idea of self-reliance. According to the Stoics, we cannot control what happens in the world around us, but we can control how we respond to it. This principle of controlling our reactions is essential in relationships. The Stoic mindset encourages us to build emotional independence, meaning that our happiness and sense of worth should not rely on external sources or others' validation. Why is this important in the context of personal relationships? Because when you are emotionally dependent on someone else for your sense of worth, you become vulnerable to disappointment, rejection, or manipulation. Your emotions and self-esteem become tied to someone else's behavior, which is outside of your control. However, when you practice self-reliance, you build the inner strength to remain grounded in your own sense of worth, regardless of how others treat you. This doesn't mean that you avoid relationships or don't care about others. It means you understand that your value is not defined by others. It's about taking responsibility for your emotional state and cultivating a sense of peace that doesn't depend on the approval of others. By doing so, you become a stronger, more resilient individual who attracts relationships that are based on mutual respect, not emotional dependency. 3. Intentional living. Making thoughtful decisions in relationships. The Stoic approach to intentional living teaches us to make decisions carefully, with purpose and thoughtfulness. In relationships, this principle is particularly valuable. Too often, we make impulsive decisions driven by emotion or external pressure. Whether it's rushing into a relationship, over-investing emotionally, or compromising our values. Stoicism encourages us to slow down, reflect on our choices, and prioritize our own well-being. This approach also extends to setting boundaries. Relationships thrive when both parties respect each other's time, space, and emotional needs. By being intentional in your decisions, you avoid the trap of people-pleasing or overcommitting to relationships that don't align with your values. Setting boundaries is not about being cold or distant. It's about maintaining your integrity and ensuring that you are investing your energy in relationships that are mutually beneficial. Taking time to reflect on what you want from a relationship, what you're willing to give, and what you're not willing to tolerate helps you maintain control over your emotional landscape. It allows you to approach relationships with clarity and purpose, rather than being swayed by the whims of others or by fleeting emotions. 4. Mutual effort. The key to balanced relationships, healthy relationships, are built on mutual effort, respect, and understanding. Stoicism teaches that a key part of respecting yourself is recognizing that you deserve relationships where others contribute effort as well. A common mistake in many relationships is the tendency to overinvest emotionally or give more than we receive. This creates an imbalance where one person feels unappreciated, while the other might feel entitled to the other's constant attention and care. For the Stoic, mutual effort in a relationship is a reflection of self-respect. When you respect your own time and energy, you don't allow others to take advantage of you. This doesn't mean that relationships should be transactional, but rather that both parties should invest their time and effort equally. If you're constantly the one reaching out, making plans, or providing emotional support without receiving the same in return, it's time to reassess the dynamic. Allowing others to invest in the relationship not only makes the connection more fulfilling, but also deepens their appreciation for you. When others contribute effort, it fosters a sense of balance and reciprocity that strengthens the bond and makes the relationship more meaningful. 5. Emotional balance. Responding, not reacting. Stoicism encourages emotional balance, recognizing and managing emotions rather than being controlled by them. In relationships, emotional balance is vital. Many of us are quick to react when we feel hurt, frustrated, or misunderstood. But Stoicism teaches us the importance of responding thoughtfully, rather than reacting impulsively. Emotional reactions often arise from a place of fear or insecurity. In relationships, this can manifest as jealousy, possessiveness, or the desire for constant reassurance. However, by practicing Stoic principles, we learn to create space between stimulus and response. We recognize our emotions without allowing them to control us, and we make decisions that align with our values rather than knee-jerk emotional reaction. By cultivating emotional balance, we give ourselves the freedom to let relationships develop gradually, without rushing into premature emotional investment. We avoid projecting our insecurities onto others and instead focus on responding with clarity and calmness. Stoic habits to prioritize yourself to cultivate a deeper sense of self-worth and build healthy relationships. Adopting certain Stoic habits can make a significant difference. Here are 10 Stoic habits that will help you prioritize yourself and foster healthier, more fulfilling connection. 1. Master the art of mystery. Reveal yourself gradually to maintain intrigue and interest. Oversharing too soon can overwhelm others and make relationships feel one-sided. By sharing your story thoughtfully, you allow others to get to know you on their own terms, fostering a deeper connection. Show your value, demonstrate your worth through self-respect, confidence, and clear boundaries. Your actions should reflect your self-worth, which encourages others to respect you as well. 3. Create your own happiness. Cultivate joy from within by engaging in positive activities and focusing on your personal growth. Don't rely on others to provide your happiness. 4. Be valuable and let others invest in you. Recognize your worth and allow others to invest time and effort in the relationship. Mutual effort creates deeper bonds. 5. Live your own life. Pursue your own passions, hobbies, and goals. Fulfilling life, independent of others, makes you more attractive to those who value you for who you are. 6. Prioritize your own needs. Self-care is essential for maintaining your emotional health. Set boundaries and ensure your needs are met to prevent burnout and resentment. Value your time and presence. Be selective with your time. Showing that your time is valuable encourages others to respect it as well. 8. Balance in initiating communication. Don't always be the one initiating contact. Allow others to reach out to you, fostering a balanced and respectful dynamic. 9. Maintain emotional balance. Avoid rushing into emotional attachments. Respond thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively to situations. Be willing to walk away. Recognize when a relationship is unfulfilling or disrespectful. Have the courage to walk away from situations that don't align with your values. 7. Philosophical insights from Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus. The wisdom of Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus offers invaluable insights into how we can cultivate self-worth and navigate relationships with purpose and emotional balance. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that true strength and happiness come from within. He teaches us to focus on controlling our thoughts and responses, rather than external events or other people's actions. Seneca emphasizes the value of time and encourages us to avoid wasting it on unfulfilling pursuits. He reminds us that self-contentment is the foundation of all meaningful relationships. Epictetus underscores the importance of self-reliance and emotional control. He encourages us to seek fulfillment within ourselves, rather than relying on external circumstances or the approval of others. Conclusion: cultivating self-worth for better relationships. Incorporating Stoic principles into your life can dramatically improve your sense of self-worth and the quality of your relationships. By focusing on self-reliance, emotional balance, and intentional living, you create a foundation of self-respect that allows you to engage in relationships that are mutually fulfilling. When you prioritize yourself, set boundaries, and invest in your personal growth, you become someone who is naturally valued by others. As you begin to adopt these Stoic habits, you will find that your relationships become more balanced, authentic, and rewarding. Ultimately, self-worth is not something that can be given to you by others.